Hi everyone, it's Heather. Welcome back into the Paper Castle. I'm a week behind on my garage sale haul video, so I'm going to try and play catch up this week. What I'm going to show you now are actually the things that I bought last weekend. And hopefully tomorrow I can find time to make a video of the things I found this weekend. So I'm just going to jump right in. We got a new consignment store maybe 15 minutes away from here, which I was excited about because we don't have any good consignment stores or thrift stores around here. So I went. His prices were a little crazy, but I did manage to find a couple things. I found another Sandra Boynton coffee mug. Never put off today, or never put off until tomorrow what you can do today. Obviously, he fell asleep before he could finish. That I had it for auction. It didn't sell. I popped it in the store for $9.99. I did find these, though. These are some Windsor Pilates DVDs. They're brand new in the package. They were $2 a piece. I initially bought 4 of them, but one of them I didn't have already myself, so I kept that one. And these sell pretty well. $6 invested in them, and I sold them for I think 27 something. Don't have the number in my head right now, but it was around $27. And went to a community sale in this little development and managed to find a bunch of decent things there. I found some of these Pottery Barn puppets. The Princess, the Dragon, and the Wizard. They all say Pottery Barn Kids right here. They were all in pretty good condition. There was a little stain right here on the Princess and a tiny little one here on the Wizard. But I paid 50 cents a piece for them, so for $1.50 investment. These sold at auction yesterday for $15.50, I believe. I got a Cheeseburger in Paradise coffee mug from Jimmy Buffett's restaurant chain. That didn't sell at auction, but I'm sure it'll sell eventually in the store. I got a bunch of stuffed animals at this one house, just because stuffed animals are nice because they're easy to ship. A lot of times they're pretty cheap. These were all 25 cents a piece. This little guy is this is a Gorham collectible bear from 1987. I've seen other ones on eBay, but they either don't have the clothes or they don't have this hat. So I'm hoping that works to my advantage. Then found this 1992 gunned white bear with the big plaid bow. Found out, I guess these were initially made for Victoria's Secret. I don't know how I'll do with that because there seem to be a bunch of them online right now. Found this Betty Crocker cookbook for boys and girls. This was 25 cents or 50 cents. But there's a bunch of them up there, so I don't know how it'll do. It is a first edition 8th printing from 1957, but then when I opened it up I realized that, you know, this page was falling out. But we'll see. Got a little miniature dollhouse cabinet for guess about 25 cents. Brand new in the package. And then I bought all these things. I had no idea what the heck they were, but they looked interesting. All these Japanese anime plush characters. This one I put up for auction. He didn't sell, so I popped him in the store. I can't remember off the top of my head now what his name was, because I did manage to find it. But he's some kind of robotic panda thing. And these guys here are all from the same show called FLCL. Like I said, these are all 25 cents a piece, so you can't go wrong with this, especially with anime, because you never know with anime what sells and what doesn't. But I did find an action figure of this character that sold for, I think, $33. And there was another plush up for auction, so I have to double check again and see if that sold. But I'm sure eventually these will sell for something. Let's see, also at that same community sale, I found an old mobile oil tin, and you know, it's pretty dirty. I did try and clean it up. This is about as clean as it gets. And it does still have some oil in it, so I need my husband to do away with that. And then I can put that up. And for $1, I got this. Oh, that tin, by the way, sorry, was $1. I got a Pac-Man 2 video game. I was so excited because I can't stand video games, but this was the only one that I was ever addicted to. And I had this same exact game when I was a kid, and I drove my mother absolutely insane with it. And it does work, and I haven't shown my kids I have it, but isn't that the most annoying noise you've ever heard? I just remember my mother when I was younger going, "Will you turn that damn thing to mute?" So if nothing else, I had fun with it for $1, but I'm sure it will sell. They're selling for around, I guess around $15. Let's see. Oh, also at the sale where I found that oil can, I found this brand new Chi Turbo Digital Ceramic Spring Curling Iron. This is a 1-inch barrel, and this is an expensive curling iron when I checked it on my phone before I bought it. I paid $5 for it brand new. If you go to buy it in the store, it probably costs around $90 to $100. So I can probably get $60 off of this one. So I was really excited to find this. My husband couldn't understand why anyone would pay $60 for something that curls your hair, but some of these products can be crazy expensive. Let's see what else. Okay, then the next day I went to a yard sale at this house. They're moving, I guess, to North Carolina, and the prices were really good, and the lady was way too perky. I walked up there and she was like, "Oh, hi, how are you? Isn't it a beautiful day? Oh, what are your plans for this weekend? Can I help you with anything?" I was just looking at her thinking to myself, "You're not from around here, are you?" I don't think you grew up in Jersey, because none of us are really that perky. It was funny. But anyway, she had a lot of weird things from all around the world. She said her husband travels all over the place and gets all these gifts. So I found these coasters. I don't usually buy coasters, and I didn't initially buy them to sell them. I was gonna put one of them on a box that I was altering for my mom for Mother's Day, and when I got them home, they just didn't go right on the box. You know, they just didn't fit. So I'm going to do something else with the box. But when I looked up these coasters, they're actually collectible, and they actually sell for about $10 a box. These are, hard to see here, Asahi, A-S-A-H-I coasters. And if you search them on eBay, you'll find a whole bunch of sets of these, and they are selling. This didn't sell at auction, but I just put it in my store for $9.99. I found a pair of Ralph Lauren sunglasses for $3. I was going to keep them for myself, but my husband told me I look like a bug, so guess I'll be selling those. I found this. This was $1. I just bought it because it looked interesting with this weird, you know, boat graphic on the front of this tile. And then the other reason I bought it was because it had this marking on the back, and it's very hard to read. It says Iznik, and I think this says Vakaz. But I found the name Iznik. These are tiles that are made in Istanbul, Turkey. And some of them, they date back to, oh God, I don't know. I think I found one on eBay from the 1400s or something like that. Obviously this one is a newer one. But I haven't found any that look like this with the boat graphics. So we'll see what happens. And it does pop out of this frame. They just kind of Velcroed it in here. So we'll see. And the last thing I found was this beaver sculpture from Canada. I mean, what house, you know, isn't complete without a beaver or abstract aluminum beaver sculpture? I mean, duh. Everybody needs one of these. This is by, and my camera's not going to focus. This is by Hoselton Sculpture, H-O-S-E-L-T-O-N. There are a lot of Hoselton sculptures on eBay right now. Most of them don't have the marble base like this one does. I saw a similar one to this sell for $14.99. And this didn't sell at auction, but I put it in the store for $14.99. And I'm sure it'll sell because it did have a couple watchers on it. And then I found two Texas Instruments TI-83 calculators. They both work. They just needed batteries. So that was a good find. I'm not going to put these up though until probably the middle of August, when all the parents are looking for these for their kids to take back to school. And the last sale that I went to was kind of a rummage sale in some kind of daycare facility, like an adult daycare facility for special needs people. And they have it every year, and their prices are really good. And I ended up getting this Lennox snowman for, I don't know, 50 cents maybe. I paid $6 for everything that I'm gonna show you. Let's see, I found a Giant's starter turtleneck, really nice shape, for 50 cents. I would keep it for myself, but it's way too big for me, unfortunately. I'll sell that closer to football season. Found a pair of American Eagle jeans for 50 cents. I initially bought these hoping they would fit me. They fit, but they're a little too low. I don't like low rise, so I'll be selling these. These sell pretty well. This pair should sell for around, I don't know, $12 to $15. And I found a little candle snuffer. This one is from, it's not going to focus. It says in here Rockcliffe Pewter, 1979 by, it's hard to see here, P. Davis. And I usually buy any Rockcliffe pewter pieces that I can find, because eventually they all do sell. I did put him up for auction. He didn't sell. Obviously, probably closer to Christmas this will go, but for right now I just popped it into the store. And I found these letter tiles. They actually came in a Scrabble RSVP game. I'd never heard of Scrabble RSVP, but these tiles fit into the game. I got rid of the game. I didn't want that, obviously. I just wanted these. This game cost me, I don't know, a quarter to 50 cents, and I just sold these letter cubes for $9.99. And then finally, my big find of the weekend and possibly for the year was this elephant plate. This is by an artist. His name is Sasha Brastoff. Anyway, the mark's back here. He's from California. I bought another one of his pieces last year, but it was a more common piece. This piece I can't find anywhere online, on eBay or anywhere else. And I found another one of his just elephant figurines that sold for, I think, over $400. So I might actually take this and get this checked out before I put it on eBay, because I'm really curious as to what this might sell for. So I have babbled on long enough. So thanks for watching, everyone. I'll be back later in the week with my finds from this weekend. Sorry all these videos have been late, but you know, life takes over. So have a great week, everyone, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.